Hello, everybody. My name is Shavanshan Thakur, and before we start the live, I would like to wish you all a very happy New Year from my side as well as from Board Infinity's family. I wish you have if you have I wish you had the best year possible and you have the best possible year or a better year than this in the coming year as well. So today we are back again with another episode, the 12th episode, and this year's last live as well of Career Pe Charcha. Today we have with us Mr. Swapneel. He is a business analyst at ConvertCart. So again, if you are a data science professional or a data science professional, this is the life for you. Okay, and without any further ado, and have him for this.
Hi Shivansh.
Hey Swapnil, how are you, man?
Yeah, fine. Happy New Year in advance.
Oh, same to you, man. I believe you already have plans for party. We had to reschedule. You are definitely going to be enjoying a new year, man. Okay. Can you speak a little louder? Your voice is not audible right now.
Okay, it's audible now? Fine?
Yeah, it's much better. It's much better now. So, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you. You recently just got placed in ConvertCart as a business analyst. How does it feel, man? How's
Yeah.
it feeling?
Obviously, we all know how the 2020 year has been, right?
Yeah.
So it finally ended for me at a good note, so I'm very satisfied.
Okay. How is it? How is the feeling considering that this is your first job role that you got as well?
See, if I say honestly, it's not my first job actually. It's my
Okay.
first as a fresher in analytics domain. I was
Okay.
previously working as an operational associate because I'm a mechanical engineer. So I was
Yeah.
working as an operational associate in Tech Mahindra, Bhubaneswar.
Okay.
The job was not appealing, so I thought to change my domain.
Okay. I have a question. Like we have a lot of students from mechanical engineering at Board Infinity as well, who are, whether they're starting out their career or they're starting out their journey in the field of data science. What is it with mechanical engineering and engineering specifically, like non-CSE students, that they are now venturing into both CSE domain jobs?
Yeah, basically, see what happens is that if you have opted for a software based stream in engineering like IT or CSE or something of that stuff, then you get a lot of offers from companies. You have a lot of opportunities to get in a big company like Infosys or TCS or Wipro or anything you want. But if you are a
Okay.
mechanical engineer, then getting a job in like an automobile company like say Maruti or Toyota or Ford or something like that, it's quite tough. First of all, they don't consider you as you are a fresher. They don't consider you at all. They ask for experience, and you don't have
Okay.
experience. For experience, you need a job, right? So
Yeah.
it's twisting, completely twisting. You don't have
It's
any
it's
opportunity. The next thing that you are available with is government jobs, and we know what is the scenario right now in India regarding government jobs. Right? All of
okay.
them are appearing for government jobs and everything. So it's very tough to crack a government job, to give you 2 3 years for a government job, prepare, and then just if you don't crack it, it will just uh,
Go in
you know
vain.
very down. So it's not
Yeah.
that good. That's why what mechanical engineers and civil engineers, basically the core engineering branches, guys,
Mhm.
what they are doing is that they are shifting their domain, trying for an alternative right now.
Okay. And how was it like? What difficulties did you face considering coming from a non-computer science background, non-technical background to then starting and building out a career in data science? What difficulties did you face, and what tips that you would give freshers as in terms of so that they can avoid those mistakes and can get a kickstart in this?
Yeah, I would say that see, I was a guy like I haven't even thought in my life that I would do something in coding because I hated coding, to be honest. I never liked coding. Never liked
Okay.
coding, these computing stuffs and everything. I was into, I didn't even want to get into mechanical domain, but because I went to mechanical domain, so then I thought that yeah, I'll have to build some career in mechanical branch only, mechanical engineering only. But after that, if anyone right now is thinking to change their domain, second year or third year students who are watching us right now, give that suggestion to second year, third year students that it's a very good chance for you right now if you're in second year or third year to learn a programming language. There are a hell lot of videos available on YouTube. You can or if you want to crash course or something, Board Infinity is a lot of information. Okay, so you can opt for that. But if you're a fourth year guy like me, or you are doing a job in mechanical domain already, then I would suggest this thing that first have at least some basic knowledge of programming. Because what people right now thinks is that if someone like you, like Board Infinity, if someone is offering like pay us upfront and then we'll give you a job, you'll be able to get a job. Then there's a misconception about in students of our age that you just pay 50 or 60,000 bucks and you get a job. It doesn't work like that. The teacher is going
Okay.
to teach. He's not going to appear the interview for you. That's your job to do, right?
Okay.
So, suggestion from my side that if you are planning to shift your domain, then at least learn some basics. And if you don't have any confidence in you, like what should I do, what not I do, I would suggest Code Infinity would be a very good option because that's what works. So that would be my personal suggestion. It's not any biased opinion. Like people might think that yeah, this guy has learned from Board Infinity, so he's saying Board Infinity. It's not like that. It works for me, so it's completely unbiased and my personal opinion. That yeah, you can opt for Board Infinity because what I felt in Board Infinity is that I was being taught everything from basics. Okay, from
Okay.
basics to so that curve, what I learned in my entire journey of 10 to 11 months, is that it was very easy for me to grasp everything. And there were teachers, instructors to guide me everything. So I haven't faced any difficulty at all throughout my journey, not even a bit.
Okay. Okay. Number one, first, I'd like to. I have a follow-up question to what you just said. But yeah, the point that Swapnil just mentioned about that they teaches you something from scratch, I would 110% definitely agree with you. And not just because I'm an employee. I also have taken a course in it, and considering that I already have experience in both in digital marketing, and yeah, yeah, and I am doing the digital marketing course as well. There are concepts that I already know, but are still being taught to me because it is such a from scratch kind of a course that you are taught everything from scratch. It doesn't matter whether you know it or not. You will still, and there's a misconception always that I know everything. I knew a lot of things about Microsoft Excel myself, but when I took a little short term course in Microsoft Excel at Board Infinity, I found out that there are things that I didn't knew. So we have to like keep in account of those things. You just pointed out a very good fact about that the courses or everything, these courses are just going to teach you something, not the coaches are not going to sit in an interview with you guys. But with that said, there's also a lot of misconceptions in terms of with taking long-term courses. It's a good amount of money, 30,000, 50,000, 70,000. It's a significant amount of money that you have been investing. So a lot of students today or freshers are skeptical about those investments into their career. What would be your suggestion, considering that you have done that investment and have now translated that investment into a proper job?
Yeah. See, what was good in my scenario is that from my childhood, I have been a quick learner. So I had this belief in that anyone is going to teach me anything. So give my time to it, like 2, 3 hours a day. I'll be able to grasp that concept. But it's not the case with everyone out there, right? So it would be a very good chance if you take a micro learning course from Board Infinity. Okay, if you take a micro learning course or if you surf some videos on YouTube or read some articles on internet, there are a hell lot of material available on internet. Okay,
Yeah.
you just need to look through. You just need to make a good utilization of that. So if you are skeptical to invest that amount of money within yourself, then I would suggest that at least invest something. 10 rupees is what you need to invest to get a micro learning course from Board Infinity, right?
Yeah.
Don't think anyone else is giving that. Yeah, also there is Great Learning or some other institutes are there. They are giving some short free courses. I have taken those courses, but I haven't found them that good. But if someone is skeptical to invest 50,000, 60,000 for the course, then they can simply take a micro learning course and just test that what Board Infinity is teaching or how Board Infinity is teaching. If they have the confidence, then they can opt for the lengthy course.
Okay. Just an addition to that point, if you are also skeptical about spending that 10 extra bucks, we've got you covered. We've got like free workshops every other week. Those are the same coaches that are actually teaching in these long-term programs like the one Swapnil was in. So there's no problem in that as well. You can go, test the waters. I always say 50,000. even if it's my company, I know I will be skeptical one day in investing that. But I know if eventually I'm going to get a 40,000 a month job, it's very much obvious, man. I'm going to get paid in probably the next 2 months. But yeah, okay. Moving on to the next question. I've done a lot of these live sessions, almost a dozen now, and I always talk to freshers. I always talk to people who are my peers. I call them because I am in the same age group as mine. And I've personally, when I was applying for a lot of jobs, I've personally failed a lot. Did you had similar kind of experience with interviews?
Yeah, I would like to mention this actually because our viewers are watching us right now, so they should know this thing. That sometimes what happens, this happened with me as well. What happens is that it was the month of September when I was scheduled for my first interview, and I wasn't even prepared. I just got a message because I was in the middle of my course, but because I was doing well from my batch, so my manager just said me that give it a try. I told that sir, I won't be able to crack it. I don't have confidence in this. So just said that, don't worry, man. This is not the only interview that you're going to get. Your course is not even finished yet. So just give it a try. So I told, okay, let's try. And fortunately, I performed very well for the first round and for the second round. Okay, it was a written and then this coding problem was there. So I performed really
Okay.
well out of like 40 or 45 guys. Only five guys were headed towards the last interview. Only five.
Okay. Okay.
Out of those five, only two were free. Out
Sorry.
of those, that out of five guys who opted for the who got selected for the last round of the interview, only two guys were freshers. And I
Okay.
was very fortunate that I was the only fresher from board infinity. The other guy
Okay.
was, so I did a very good job there. But what happened is that in the last round of interview, I don't know what went wrong, but I don't think the interview was in a good mood or something like that. He just rejected me straight away. I wasn't being even asked questions. He just asked me what is my name and
Okay.
got about data science and
Okay.
rejected me. So that
Swapnil,
thing from
could you check your mic again, please, man? Just got a comment that your voice is breaking a lot. So can you just make sure that your voice is
now
okay?
now it's fine.
Yeah, it's much better. It's much better.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there's a cloth here. Actually, you asked me to put a cloth. Okay, no, it's fine. I'll
No,
just let it in my hand. No,
when I said I cloth, I meant to clean your camera, not to place under your phone.
no,
Completely fine, man.
I'll hold it. No issues. I'm audible right now, right?
Yeah, perfect, perfect.
Yeah. So what
So
I
yeah,
was saying is,
you please continue.
in the in the last round of interview, what happened is that something went wrong, and the interviewer was not, interested in taking my interview, so he just rejected me straight away. I couldn't even understand that why I have been rejected, and I yelled at my manager, man. And that was a very bad thing that I did actually at that time. I yelled at him like, "What is this kind of interview? What is this kind of behavior? I was not even being
Yeah,
interviewed properly." But what happens is that when a guy is trying very hard, right,
yeah,
to get something, and you face that failure, it hits you very hard. Okay,
yeah,
like you are prepared, you have done well, unexpectedly you have cleared all the interviews, and you are in the last round, and you are prepared. You have prepared everything, every bits and pieces of all the concepts, and you have been rejected by not even giving a chance, by not even asking questions. So that
yeah,
hits very. So that was the first and only failure that I faced in this entire journey. And after that, I thank my manager Mukul Gupta. He boosted me a hell lot. Mukul Gupta
yeah,
was my manager. He boosted me a hell lot. He talked with me like hours and hours. And that's the thing that I would mention to our viewers as well, that Board Infinity is such a platform where the managers don't behave like managers. You can call them anytime, you can message them anytime, they will reply you back. They behave like brothers. I mean, I found a big brother in Mukul Gupta, Varneet Sansare, Faizan Bhai. All these guys are like buddies now. They
yeah,
assisted so well. And the entire process, they conducted it very smoothly. And after that, I got that morale, that confidence that, yeah, the next interview I need to crack. And they were behaving like, apart from me, they are very confident that, yeah, this guy is gonna make it. So if you
yeah,
have that confidence, that belief of two, three more people in you, it boosts your confidence even more.
yeah.
So then it was my second interview, this convert card, which I cracked very efficiently. And even the interview gave me credits that, yeah, you did a very good job. So after failure, it was a very good success that I got.
Okay. I'm definitely going to agree with you as well. I know Mukul Gupta as well. He's like a big brother. He's like I call him Bhaiya for that matter. pretty great guy. And yeah, if you like plan to join Board Infinity, do contact him. You're going to love that guy. Okay. And yeah, when I was talking to you, when I was talking to him about, he asked me, Shivansh, who's the next guest for Learners Live, and I was like, yeah, there's some guy named Swapneel. He just got selected in Convert guys. He's like, definitely you're going to love him and stuff. And I see where that relationship comes from. Okay, yeah. Moving to the next question. Let's talk a little about your interview journey at Convert Card. How was it different from the one that you had previous one, and what were the things that you felt that, okay, these are the things that pushed me to, over the edge towards getting that opportunity?
Yeah. Previously, what happened in the eClerks? eClerks was a company that I got the interviews for the. And in the eClerks interview, what I did wrong on my part, even if I think of that today or anytime, I feel that yeah, it was a mistake from my side as well. Like if it was a mistake from the interviewer side, like 50%, then it was also a mistake of 50% from my side. What I did was that I haven't got that exposure to talk with the interviewer like you should talk, right?
Okay.
So
Could you
after
explain that a little bit more? What are
like
you?
yeah, like if someone is asking you for, see, in the interview, whenever you are sitting in an interview, you have just got 1 to 2 minutes to have that impression on the interviewer. It's been
Yeah,
said like first impression is the last impression and that sort. It's
agreed.
actually when you are sitting in a corporate interview because you have
Yeah,
got hard 1 to 2 minutes only. Okay, someone is asking when did your batch
that's
completed? I'm
completed.
from
Yeah,
January batch, bro. I'm from January batch, Madhukar Reddy. I'm from January batch, bro. And because of this COVID, we got completed by our course by September only. But yeah, I learned all the skills for some few months and then I cracked the interview. I hope you got your answer. Yeah, I'll get back to that interview thing. The interview,
yeah,
what happens is that when you're talking with an interviewer, don't treat him like your teacher from school or your buddy from college. He's an interviewer, he's a corporate guy. So you need to behave very, very professionally. The first thing that the interviewer asked me in my first interview about the job role, about the job description, most of the guys, what they do, they don't read the JD properly. They don't know
yeah.
what role they are going to do. They just think that, yeah, the very first thing that we need to do is we need to crack the interview. Then they will teach us in the training and the probation period of what we need to do. That's a very wrong thing to keep in your mind. You need to be aware of the job that you are going to do because the interviewer is going to ask you that we do this kind of stuff. Do you know what we do? Or are you comfortable in doing such kind of stuff? Have you some exposure or experience? So you need to have those kind of answer. I haven't prepared for such questions. I was like prepared for the study part only, like concepts and everything only. But
The
it's not the
theoretical part.
yeah, I was, focused on the theoretical part, the conceptual parts only. But
Yeah,
it's not the thing when you are opting for a corporate interview. You need to maintain those business etiquettes as well. So that's what I did wrong in the first interview. In the second interview, like 10 or 11 guys got the telephonic round call. And I guess I was the only one to get forward for the next round because all other guys, what they did is that they were not able to explain the JD properly to the interviewer on the phone and I read
yeah.
the JD properly. So that gave me a very good upper hand to go to the next round.
Yeah. Guys, JD means job description for all the freshers who might not have started their placement prep. They might not know what JD is. JD is called placement prep. It's no, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of something. I previously myself didn't know what
Yeah,
JD was. I'd like to add one point. I believe Swapnil would agree with me as well, that people today, or freshers today, or people who are aspirants as in terms of for a job, data science, digital marketing, full stack development, doesn't matter. They don't actually research about the company as well, the company's values, the company's founding dates, the founders as well, which I personally have done a mistake before. My HR interview, my last round at one like job interview, point blank asked me who's the founder of the company or who's the current CEO of the company. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And he was like, if you don't know about our company, the guy that you'll be working for
how
eventually,
yeah,
yeah, how you're going to be contributing towards that. So guys, please do your due diligence, because it is going to help you in the longer run. Apart from that, if you
definitely.
guys have any questions, please drop them down below. We'll be answering those as well. Okay, it's a personal question of mine as well. What is the difference between a data analyst as a business analyst? You are in a job, you got selected as a business analyst at Convert Card. Is there a difference between the two roles, and if yes, what is that difference?
Obviously, there is a difference between two roles. Previously, even I was trying to get a data analyst position, but when I got the clarity like what is the difference between data analyst and business analyst. Then I changed my job role to business analyst. I told my placement head Varnik Sansara that I want a job in business analyst. Basically, what happens is that if you're a data analyst, the data analyst will be more focused into analyzing the entire data of the organization. Like what is the trend going on, what is the customer base reacting, how the product is behaving in different regions, and every sort, each and everything of the data will be focused on that. But what is the case with business analysts is that we too work with analytics with data, but we are not focused with all the areas of data. We are just focused on those data or on those insights of the data which will give you a decision making to get your business forward. We are more focused towards business making decisions, not on all kinds of data, right? We are not focused on that. So that's the basic difference between business analyst and data analyst. And most people what think is that data analyst is a good role than business analyst, or business analyst is a more better role than data analyst, or this role has much money, that role has more money. It's not like that. If you are opting for a good position, for a good profile at a very good company, then definitely you are going to get a very good pay scale at that company as well. Okay. It only depends upon your skill. It's not like a data analyst will earn like 6 lakh and you are going to earn like 3 lakhs. If you are good in business analysis, you are going to earn 6 lakhs as well. It's not a matter of what role you are going to do. It's basically on your skill set.
Okay, and what difference you're making in that organization as well?
Yeah, what difference you are making in that organization, obviously.
Okay. Moving, you just mentioned about your placement prep and stuff. Okay, we got a questions. Hey bro, okay. Do you have any dream to join this particular company? You went with the BI placement, and can I know which company you got placed and in which city?
Yeah, I would
Oh,
answer that. Yeah, bro, Madhukar Reddy. I got placed in ConvertCart as a business analyst in Bangalore. And yeah, I have, dreamt, not particularly I've dreamt for ConvertCart, but yeah, I was looking for a company which works with different business domain, and that's what my company do right now. ConvertCart is basically doing conversion rate optimization for different websites and applications and boosting revenue of a hell lot of business domains, irrespective of what domain they're opting. So I had that keen interest in, working for such a company which will work with numerous good clients, which the clients will be spread across different domains of business. So yeah, that's what my dream was, and that's where I got placed.
I like that, Swapnil. I really like that you were more focused towards a domain rather than just one company. Because I personally would relate to you in that part. Because I personally wanted to get into the edutech platform, educational tech platform, and that's where I did wanted to get into that. But yeah, man, that's nice. You should gear towards which kind of domain that you want to get in instead of one particular company, because that's at times get disappointments associated with that as well.
Obviously. Yeah, someone has messaged me, Swapnil. Yeah, hi Amrit. Yeah, I remember you, man. Yeah, I remember you. He's the guy from my college, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Moving to the next question. How much time did it took for you? Because I am pretty sure a lot of students or a lot of freshers who are planning to opt for a course in Board Infinity would have this question as well. Madhukar Reddy, yeah, bro. You even I am in love with the.
Same here, bro. Same here. Bro, code, same issue.
Okay, I'm glad you are, Madhukar. I'm glad you guys are happy with the services that we provide. Apart from that, okay, you have this is the question I'm pretty sure a lot of students who are on to the live right now would have regarding if they are opting for a course at Bodin Free. What was the whole duration of the course? How much time from the start of the course to the end of the course you took to actually learn the basics and get all the theoretical concepts? And from when your course ended to the point you got a job, how much was that time frame?
Yeah, I would elaborate that obviously because most of the people would want to know the entire process. So I'll take a bit of time and I'll elaborate that completely. See, my batch I joined in January. Okay, January 18th was when my classes started. And I would like to say this to everyone who's watching us right now that, see, guys, if you are opting for any course at Board Infinity right now, it will hardly take you 4 to 6 months of time. But it was not the case with my batch because I joined in January and in March, if you guys remember, the great COVID came, right? So our classes got suspended and some of our, teachers and coaches were even not well because of COVID. So we faced that setback during our course duration. So I opted for the course in January, and my course got completed in around September or October. So it took around 10 months, but it is not the actual duration. Even people who joined in the February or March batch, they got the certificates with me or before me as well, because the duration was 6 months, right? But it was not a case with my batch because of this COVID situation. So it took like 10 months for us to get the entire, curriculum get completed. And then, yeah, in the November month, we got placements, and in the December month, I got my result. So
Okay,
it took
and
an entire year for me. Yeah,
yeah, okay. So the whole learning curve as well as the process of you getting a job was approximately somewhat around a year.
entire year, yeah, 2020.
Okay. We got a question. I've seen your profile that you even sing. How can you manage data science and your passion? That is one question that I want to know. How do you make time for that? Moreover, towards that.
I would uh, I would tell that actually. See, singing is something that I've been focused from my, I would say from my childhood actually. I'm not a very trained singer, but yeah, I've worked very hard to learn some instruments and something of that sort. And yeah, I do make videos. If you are interested, then yeah, it's no
Yeah.
self promotion, guys. It's not any self promotion. I would just say that I would just say that yeah, I love singing. Actually, see, what happens is that when you are focused for a job role, okay, job is the
Mhm.
thing that will give you money, right? वो
Mhm.
उससे तुम्हारा घर चलेगा भाई, ठीक है, वो
Mhm.
चलेगा है. But there should be something with you in your life that will give you that boost, that satisfaction, that peace. If you are not in a good mood, or if you have had a bad day at your job or at your office, then you need something. Some guys like to read books, some guy likes to
Yeah.
travel. I like to sing, I like to my guitar. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, favorite from
Okay.
yeah, songs. Yeah.
I believe Amrit is a great friend as well. Quite enthusiastic in your life. Okay, probably we are just moving to the end of the session. I've just got probably a one, two questions more. Um,
Sure, sure.
like, I just want to know what were the things that you got at Board Infinity's placement prep? What were the things that that happened over there that you felt that okay, this was an addition to the course, the whole data science course that I had.
Yeah, what happens is that in board and study, there is a very good, introduction that they have made to their entire curriculum, that the one-on-one placement coaching sessions,
Yeah.
right? And the benefit that you get from that session is immensely high, right? Even when I opted for the course, one coach was teaching like 20, 30, 40 students, and you just drop your messages, and it's obviously not I mean possible for one guy to answer the questions of all the 40 guys in a duration of just 2 hours. It's not possible, right? So what happens is that you just keep your doubts, right?
I believe he got a call, but Madhukar Reddy, please don't be sorry. Um, it's completely fine, man. These we are organizing these sessions for you guys to ask us questions. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Madhukar.
sorry but not sorry. Ask as many questions as you want.
Yeah, ask anything as you want. Yeah. So I was saying that the one-on-one placement sessions give you a lot of benefits, because I got a very, very good coach. His name is Rajnikant Ghate. He's actually a real life Rajnikant for me because he taught me a hell lot of things, and because of him, I was able to, know that what my mistakes are, where I'm failing, and what I need to improve. So he's the guy who really structured my learning process. So that's what the USP of Board Infinity, the one-on-one placing sessions, and those sessions are just brilliant. 10 on 10 on those sessions.
Okay, again, USP for all the people who don't know. USP is
Yeah,
unique selling point.
unique
It
selling point.
happens a lot actually. It has happened before as well. A lot of friends who actually
Yeah,
attend these questions,
people
these
don't know
sessions of
keywords.
mine. Yeah, little terms that are not very prevalent outside of the corporate world and the whole working scenario, they might not relate with that. Okay, the last and the end of this session is the basic question. How was your experience? I mean, you have already talked to your, a bit about your experience with Board Infinity, but would you recommend it to others?
Obviously, I mean, why won't I? I mean, anyone who's watching me right
guys, I'm just a normal guy. I'm not any IITian or NITian or something like that. I have completed my engineering and mechanical stream from a very normal government college of my area. I didn't even had any exposure to coding, but I joined these guys and they taught me everything from scratch. And you can see that, yeah, I was able to crack the job in the coding stream as business analyst. So I would obviously recommend this thing to most of the people who are out there watching us, that if you want to do something in analytics, if you want to gain any knowledge, do any freelancing, do business or do job, anything you want in analytics domain, do join Board Infinity because the learning curve is very good. You get to know everything from scratch to advanced. And yeah, definitely the placements will be provided to you, but don't keep this thing in your mind that you just pay 60,000 bucks and you are going to get the job. The work that is needed to be done is to be done by you only, right? You need to grab all the concepts, you need to give the interview, but definitely the learning curve is very good and you will be able to grasp everything that they will teach you. And the doubt clearing sessions are also very good. The coach will be available for you 24/7.
Okay, I'm really I'm really sorry, but we just got a few questions. I'll just quickly ask you guys. Okay, first x dot lethal underscore dot x. Dude, you guys have the probably the craziest of username. Kudos to you for that. Irony, as I'm fresher from EC branch and watching all this to understand what to do and what not to do. I mean, that's the whole post-COVID world, isn't it?
Obviously,
You get
obviously.
you get knowledge where you get, and it doesn't matter if it's from a live session or from a blog. You just need to get get your knowledge done for the day. Moving to the next question, Madhukar Reddy, doing internship. I believe doing internship is better or direct placement into a company. What can you suggest?
Madhukar, bro, I would say that, see, as I mentioned earlier, that it's a trait in me from my childhood that I have been a quick learner. So it was not a need for me to get an internship. But yeah, if you are skeptical in within yourself that I'm not good in this part or I'm not good at that part, yeah, definitely you can do an internship. Board Infinity do provides you internships as well. Even my coach personally provided me an internship of like 2 months, and I got a hell lot of knowledge in those internship in that particular internship. And definitely, yeah, if you want to do an internship, I would suggest do an internship because it gives you the exposure to real time data sets and you get to know a lot of things in that as well.
Okay. For Lethal as well as Madhukar, you guys have a lot of questions. Please go ahead. Go watch our YouTube videos as well. We just released. We are done with the releasing the data science FAQ series, as well as we have now started the data science resume making series as well. Please go ahead, go watch those. If you haven't subscribed to Board Infinity's YouTube channel, do that as well. And the reason why I'm telling you that is, in case you are, in case you have forgotten to register for any of those workshops, they do come live on a YouTube platform, so you can go ahead and directly attend those and get your knowledge in. Any last tips or any like last pieces of wisdom that you want to leave our audience with, Swapnil?
Yeah, this is the thing actually I wanted to tell everyone who is watching us, that see guys, when you will join, if you are trying to join Board Infinity or any other institute out there who is promising that yeah, we are going to teach you everything, we are going to give you placements and everything. The first thing that I have been telling you from the starting of this session, that don't keep this thing in mind that you will just pay the fees and you will get the job. The work is needed to be done by you. So do good piece of work. If you're investing money within yourself, please do make use of that, right? And one more thing I would like to tell this thing to everyone is that any course that you are opting for, give your 100%, guys. Like, don't take it for granted. Like, if you'll read for like just on the day when your sessions are there, like Board Infinity gives us sessions on Saturdays and Sundays. So it's not like you just need to have a session on Saturday for 2 hours. You just had a session of 2 hours on Sunday, and then you're just sitting idle throughout the week. Don't do that. Practice those concepts as much as possible, because I am a guy from a non-coding background. Still, I got to learn coding, because if you will do your job, the coaches are going to do their job as well. So it's a two-way process. It won't work one way. So give your time as well. They will give their time, and combinedly, yeah, you can make a difference in your life.
Okay, with that said, thank you very much, Swapnil, for taking the time off. Happy New Year to you,
Thank
man.
you.
Really sorry for actually crashing your, prep for the New Year party, but thanks a
No,
lot for taking the time off, man.
yeah.
Okay, see ya.
See ya, man. Bye bye.